Hi there, good afternoon and welcome back. It's Digitally Fit and Fabulous. Well, we know the holidays are upon us, of course, and so I like to get prepping early for what I'm doing. And so today I'm working on getting my Brussels sprouts all sliced up so that they can be sauteed on Thanksgiving morning with a little bit of turkey bacon, onion, and garlic, and can go on the table quickly. So Brussels sprouts, of course, a lot of people don't like them because I'll say you haven't had them cooked correctly. I didn't like them, and I love cabbage, and I did not like Brussels sprouts myself growing up because of the way they were fixed. They were basically boiled, a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and I was like, yuck. And my mother would always say, that's just baby cabbages, taste the same. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, no, they don't taste the same. But anyway, after becoming adult, loving to cook, and I decided to give them another try, and I did, and I found this way. I saw somebody, I believe on Food Network, prepare before they decided to make everything a hosting show on there. I used to love to watch Food Network on Saturdays. That would be what I would do on Saturdays, just sit there and get my cup of coffee and spend the day with them in the kitchen. And I saw someone prepare Brussels sprouts in that manner, and I was like, okay. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So I started preparing mine that way. Of course, they sauteed in bacon. You can do pancetta. I choose turkey bacon sometimes. Sometimes I'll do regular bacon for my family. It's not like they really get a whole big a big difference and go squawking about it. But anyway, that's what I do. And so I just chop them, or should I say I'm not chopping, I'm slicing. Of course, if you have a food processor, you can do that. And let me let you look at how fine a slice I am. So I'm just slicing those, and this is, like I said, a crowd pleaser. Usually somebody always requests when I start talking about vegetables, can I make the Brussels sprouts? So that's one of the things that I'll be doing. I'll also be trying a new sweet potato recipe. They'll be sliced, and it'll be like a hot and sweet potato, which should be good. And I will use my mandolin to slice the sweet potatoes and get them all nice and thin, so they'll cook up good. So I did one bag already before I came on, so this is what that looks like. And I'm going to continue on slicing my Brussels sprouts, and then we'll go on to the next veggie. All right, now we're going to get on and slice our sweet potatoes. I have my sweet potatoes peeled, and I have my mandolin going, and it's going to go probably like a 1/2 inch slice, not too thin, but not too thick, because I don't want to have a super thin sweet potato, but I also don't want it to be too thick. So let's see what those slices look like. So yeah, that's a good slice. It's not, as you can see, it's not too flimsy. So we'll go ahead and get these sliced up and see where we are. And I have a guard for my mandolin. I use it once I get, or start to get kind of low. And I'll just go ahead and store my sweet potatoes in a Ziploc bag in the fridge. And I have one of those holders that I can just put the sweet potatoes in. So we'll go ahead and get what I've sliced in there and continue on. So I'll go ahead, and they give you a little plastic guard to use, and so I try to be careful and use that. I don't need to be missing no fingers. That wouldn't be cute or cool. But again, anyway, this is for my sweet potato. It's a spicy, sort of a spicy sweet combination of the sweet potato, something different. So gonna layer those out in a pan in the form of like we would do a scalloped potato. These sweet potatoes are kind of tough, but they're like, I do not want to be sliced when I get down super thin, like there, like so. I'll just end up finishing the slice on that with a knife. But we're gonna keep going on this, and then we'll be at the point where we have our Brussels sprouts prepped in the refrigerator, ready to be pulled Thanksgiving morning. We'll have the sweet potato sliced and ready to be laid out. I may even go as far as putting the sauce together and putting that on them and letting that be getting the flavor soaked in there. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll be back with you guys shortly. Okay, so I decided that I'd go ahead and just whip up the sauce and put it over the sweet potatoes. So we're gonna start off with garlic powder, and I doubled the recipe. So instead of just 4 tablespoons of butter, we got 8 tablespoons. So we'll do 2 tablespoons of garlic in here. Then we're gonna do a tablespoon of basil. And then we're gonna do, now this is where the hot comes in with crushed red pepper flakes. So depending on your heat intensity, I'm gonna do, well, that's about a half a teaspoon of the red pepper. And then next is gonna be, of course, honey. I always get the pure honey. I'll turn it up real quick. Pure honey for it. And so that should be about 2.5 tablespoons of honey. Once you get that in there, all you're gonna do is simply mix it up, and then you're gonna pour, oh, I'm sorry, and black pepper. So let's go ahead and get a couple grinds of black pepper in here. And go ahead and mix that up. Now give a quick finger taste to see what it tastes like, to make sure it's where we need to be before we go putting it on the sweet potatoes. I'd say we need, in my opinion, another little hit of crushed red. And I'm gonna add just a tad bit more honey, and then to round it off, I'm gonna have the a little bit of salt. Sorry, let me get the salt. So I have pink Himalayan salt, and I'll do like a pinch in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and stir that up. And just go and pour this all over your sweet potatoes. And all we'll do is kind of mix that through and through, and then we're gonna cover this. And guess what? It's gonna go in the refrigerator. And then on Thanksgiving morning, we're gonna pull it out along with the Brussels sprouts. We'll pull that out, and we'll get this cooking. We'll get it in the oven. And that's one less side that we'll have to tackle, because I'm one of those people who firmly believe I don't want to spend my whole day in the kitchen on the holidays. I want to cook and make sure that I can be out of the kitchen so we can all enjoy the holiday together. So just make sure that you mix it really good, because you want those sweet potatoes to be coated. And I think I'm going to get in here with my hands. Get in here and just put over those sweet potatoes. This is good. Okay. I think we got those all mixed up very nice. Let me wash my hands. All right. So we got those sweet potatoes mixed up. So as you can see, they're all covered, and they'll be marinating until Thanksgiving morning. So guys, that's how I start to prep for my Thanksgiving, and I will take you through the next day. Of course, this is Monday, and we're beginning on the sides. By the time we work ourselves down to Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do more prep. It may be our meats. I'm just deciding on the recipes I'm using. Generally, I'm going to usually fry a turkey, but this year I'm not frying turkey, so we're gonna do it in the oven. So I'm deciding what kind of rub I'm gonna do on it, and once I decide, it'll either be I rub it down on Tuesday and let it carry over to Wednesday night, and I like to slow bake it, so we'll see. But again, thank you for joining me in my kitchen. This is Digitally Fit and Fabulous. Love you guys. Tune in, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please share